Hi, my name is Jesse, Army veteran and president of loudandclearadvisor.com. We are so happy and excited. I've had the opportunity to participate in this year's Ohio Vet Expo, brought to you by Think Veterans First. It's being held at the National Memorial and Museum in Columbus, Ohio. We'd like to take this time to tell you about ourselves and why loudandclearadvisor.com came to be. I'm here with my wife, Cristina, co-founder, vice president, and our guru, all loudandclearadvisor.com.
We're super excited to be part of this year's event. And before we introduce ourselves a little bit more, just a little bit about our why behind loudandclearadvisor.com. It comes from our struggles, our family struggle, and watching our son transition through from the military to civilian life, and also seeing the impact that service organizations can have on a person and on a family. We've seen that firsthand. So if we can make it easier for another family to find what they need and get through these challenging times, then we're going to march forward with that. That's the why behind loudandclearadvisor.com. So getting back to introducing ourselves, it makes sense that we're getting a little bit personal today because September is our anniversary month. Jesse and I have been married for a long time. I won't put him on the spot and ask him how many years, but I'm sure he knows exactly how many years we've been married. So we'll get a little bit personal here. Let me see what else. We have 3 children and 3 grandchildren and one more, a 4th grandchild on the way. In fact, the 4th grandchild is with our oldest son, the veteran that we speak of. And one of the biggest lessons we'll share today on raising kids, and this is personal, this is one of our biggest lessons, and hopefully it helps you as well, put things into context if you're going through something. But one thing we've learned from raising our kids is they don't remember not having money. They don't remember lean years. Jesse and I, we can tell you, we had our kids while we were still in college, as Jesse was transitioning out of the service. So we had many lean years, really lean times. And anytime we get together for Thanksgiving or just, a weekend, anytime we're visiting, the kids always reminisce about times when they were growing up. And it can be from when they were really little or teenagers or even when they were in college. And having no money or little money or not getting the gift that they were wanting under the Christmas tree, that never comes up, right, Jesse? That just
no, not at all.
Not even in their head. Yeah, and when I think back, remember how we stressed about how we were going to be able to afford so much, and how we wished there was more under the tree. Oh my gosh, did we stress? We felt guilty. And it just never comes up. The kids, it just doesn't. We have so much fun reminiscing about the experiences that we had, and some of the funny. What was it?
I was going to say, all the, we did a lot of park stuff. We did, we did a lot as a family. We even had movie nights. If you know anything about, if you've ever met us, know anything about us, we love quoting movies through our discussions. When people meet us, they're like, geez, you guys must watch a lot of movies or something, because you guys are always quoting something. So
yeah.
Again, like Steve was saying, it's how much time you spend with your family and stuff like that, when they grow up, that's what they'll remember. Not the lean times, sure. All the good times,
Yeah, so if you're stressing about filling up the bottom of the Christmas tree or wishing you can do more, just stop. That's not what they remember. That's not what they'll take with them for the rest of their lives. Just do what you can and then spend the time on experiences, playing games. That brings up so many memories. The kids always remember specific games and what someone did in a specific game. Go on a hike. You know, one lean year we went hiking and we found all this vine. So we just started collecting it and then collecting pine cones, and we made wreaths as gifts for that Christmas. And we all made them together, and they still remember that. So if you're stressing about filling up the Christmas tree, just stop. That's not what they're going to remember. Spend the time just being together. I think that's the biggest lesson we learned. So I'm hesitating a little bit because we're going to get a little bit more personal here. This is a Jesse and Cristina thing, and we're going to share our biggest pet peeve of each other. So full transparency, we know what each other is going to say. What that one thing is, we just don't know how each other is going to say it. But these are our biggest pet peeves that we're willing to share on each other. So I don't know who wants to go first. I'm almost nervous.
You go first. You go. You go.
Okay.
Ahead. Let me hear this one.
Okay. So my biggest pet peeve with Jesse, and it's funny too because when you start out when you're first married, the list is probably long, but after you've been married for a while, they start to become things you miss when they're not there. But there's one that I just cannot get used to, and that's when, and I think it's because Jesse thinks out loud sometimes, that he'll tell me to do something while I'm already doing it. Oh, I can already feel me wanting to roll my eyes already because I can just imagine all the times he does it. But I am literally in the process of doing something, and he'll come in right behind me or right in front of me and tell me to do it. And I'm doing it already. And so I know if you've been with us out in public and you've seen me give him some eyes, you've witnessed the time where he told me to do something as I'm already doing it. And it could be something like, hey, go get some, put some grapes, get some grapes at the grocery store, and I'm already putting them in the bag. Or it can be, yeah, write that down, and I'm already writing down the note. And so it happens everywhere. And sometimes I can just kind of breathe through it, and other times I just have to give him the eyes. I won't show you what the eyes are, but if you've seen them, you know what they are. So that is my share. And he knows he does it, right, honey? You can't deny it.
Oh, goodness. You know, then I'm just going to say my biggest pet peeve is when I tell you to do something, I'm only doing it so you do it right. But you're not listening.
That is so wrong. Okay. All right. Your turn. Go ahead.
I'm happily married. I'm content. I don't have a pet peeve. I'm sorry. Oh, if you're going to ask me what one of my pet peeve is, it's very minor. Very minor. But I would say when you're talking and I don't know if I should give advice or just keep quiet, 99% of the times I get it wrong. When you tell me you're just supposed to listen, and like, well, how am I supposed to know? You're supposed to at least give me a cue or give me a look, maybe, I guess. I don't know. But that one, oh yeah. When I start and you're like, you're just supposed to listen. You're not supposed to give me anything. Don't say anything. Just listen. I'm like, okay, fine. Whatever. Like I said, 99% of the times, I get it wrong.
You think you would learn that after a little while? You'd learn when to jump in and fix something and when to just sit there and listen. You think you would learn after just a few years, but
there's that look. There it is. There's it.
Okay. So something else. Something else about our family is that we love to laugh. We really do. Almost every dinner table, Even sometimes the arguments have jokes woven in between them. So we do love to laugh. So it's just really weird that the jokes aren't funnier. So it makes sense. So it makes sense to end on one of Jesse's dad jokes. But first, let me say thank you for letting us share. Please come out and see us at the 2022 Ohio Vet Expo, brought to all of us by Think Veterans First at the National Veterans Memorial and Museum on September 8th. So we'll look forward to talking to you. There's even a way to log in online and visit with us. So stay tuned for more information on that. So if you're out of state, not in Ohio, you can still visit with us online during the event. So with that, I'll turn it over to Jesse for a dad joke or two, just depending on how bad the first one is.
Well, let me see if I can think of a dad joke, a military type dad joke. It would be let me see. There's our sergeant walks up to his one of his trainees and says, "Soldier, missed you camouflage training today." And the soldier stands up and says, "Well, thank you, Sergeant. Appreciate it." That was a good one, right? All right.
We'll see what the definition of good is.
All right. Well, thank you again for viewing our video. We hope to see you out there, and thank you very much.